The Edmonton Oilers are now playing for the Stanley Cup, the biggest prize in hockey. There are a lot of NHL teams, though, who never made it this far and who never will. Defunct clubs like the Colorado Rockies, Kansas City Scouts, and the Cleveland Barons. Greg Musselman and ITV producer Mark Gretschmail have put together a feature look at one of those old teams, the California Golden Seals.
Has Sabourin trailing the play. Bobby gives it back to Gary. Gary has Merrick trailing. Hits him. Merrick shoots. He scores! Oh, what a bonanza! Merrick gets the game-breaking goal to give the Seals the lead. And there are as many people cheering.
The Oakland Seals, the California Seals, or if you like, the California Golden Seals, were a National Hockey League club usually known for finishing in last place, and also the gimmicks they tried to attract fans with the likes of the white skates. Well, it's been 7 years since the Seals played their last game, and tonight they'll look back at their history. October 1967. The NHL expands from 6 to 12 teams. The new clubs are the St. Louis Blues, the Philadelphia Flyers, Minnesota North Stars, Pittsburgh Penguins, Los Angeles Kings, and the Oakland Seals. The Seals' home ice, the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum, seating capacity 12,500. California couldn't exactly be described as a hockey state, and the team knew it would have to put together a good lineup to get the people off the beaches and into the arena. They drafted well, and with Coach Bert Olmsted at the helm, most sports writers were predicting the club would finish near the top of the newly created West Division. But they didn't. A weak offense and defense that was full of holes resulted in the Seals finishing in last place. Northern Californians stayed on the beach. For the 1968-69 season, there were a lot of changes. New owners took over the club, and an aggressive campaign was started to attract fans. Fred Glover was named as the new coach, and along with a front office staff that included people like Frank Selke and present New York Islanders GM Bill Torrey, the club began to sign young, talented players. The results were immediate.
Keeps it in the zone as it stopped right on the line. Hickey behind the net, out front. Shot to goal, it's outside out. Ted Hampson jammed it by Chambers, and the Seals have come back for a second time to tie. That's Rick Smith. Intercepted by Lawton. Gets it in the corner to Eamon. Here's Robert's shot. Goal! It's 3-2 Seals.
The Seals finished in second place that season, and Fred Glover was named Coach of the Year. However, in the playoffs, the Seals were knocked out in the first round by Los Angeles in 7 games, and the next season, well, pretty well the same story. But it seemed that hockey was catching on in the Bay Area, and the average attendance had climbed to 6,200 per game. The future looked bright, but again, changes were on the way. Shortly before the start of the 1970-71 season, Charles O'Finley, flamboyant and controversial owner of the soon-to-be world champion Oakland A's baseball club, bought the team. Among his first actions was to introduce new uniforms, a little more in line with his tastes. He also introduced a new innovation like players' names on the back of their jerseys. With the important things out of the way, Finley's front office then began to wheel and deal. They started a habit that would last until 1974. They traded away their first-round draft choice to get experienced players. They dealt with the Montreal Canadiens and got Ernie Hickey and Chris Odlefson. The Canadiens took the draft pick and got Guy Lafleur. The Seals didn't duplicate the A's championship ways that year. They finished in last place. Charlie Finley decided it was time for some changes. He bought the team white skates. They didn't prove too popular with the players. Finley also hired a new coach, Vic Stasiak, formerly of the Philadelphia Flyers.
I think when the fans are paying $5, $6, and up to $12 in playoffs for a ticket, they're entitled to the very, very best that you can give them.
In the 1971-72 season, the Seals fans got their money's worth. The team, which the year before had a 2-37 record on the road, won their first 3 away games, including a stunning 2-0 shutout of Boston. In the nets for that game was the Seals' new rookie sensation, Gilles Meloche. With players like Carol Vadnais, Stan Weir, Ivan Boldarev, and Craig Patrick, the Seals were once again playoff contenders. The team's publicity department went to work bringing out local celebrities to the games. Oakland Raiders quarterback Kenny Stabler and A's pitcher Rollie Fingers, just a few of those taking part in the promotions. During one game, a female streaker dashed across the ice. Attendance once again rose. Although the Seals continued to set club records and had big victories against teams like Montreal, there was a growing disenchantment with the way Finley was running the team. That season, California barely missed the playoffs by losing key games the last week of the regular season. The next year brought the formation of the World Hockey Association, and the Seals were the worst-hit team. 9 players jumped to the new league. The following 2 seasons, the Seals finished dead last in the standings. With open hostility by the players towards Finley and the growing list of coaches, the league decided it was time to step in. In February 1974, the NHL took over the club. Marshall Johnston, a popular veteran player, was named coach, and the Finley influences were quickly erased. The Seals got their black skates again, and new Pacific blue and California gold uniforms. The club once again had first-round draft choices, and new players like Dennis Maroux, Al McAdam, and Charlie Simmer joined the team. The league ran the Seals for 1 year before it was bought for the 1975-76 season by San Francisco hotel owner Mal Swig, who had previously owned the club when they were in the Western Hockey League. With new owners and new management, attendance was once again on the upswing. Soon there was an average of 6,700 vocal Seals fans at every game, being led by a man who would later become North America's most famous cheerleader. The man, Crazy George.
Why do you cheer for the Seals?
Because they're great. They're great. I love the Seals. They're a good team. Nobody believes it yet, but it's the most exciting game. You can't believe when you get out there on the ice. Come and see it, and you'll believe it.
The Seals fans believed, and owner Swig believed in the city of San Francisco, which said it would build a new 16,000-seat arena across the bay. He said the bigger arena was necessary for the financial success of the team. On April 4th, 1976, the California Seals played their last game of the season against the Los Angeles Kings, winning 5-2. That summer, the proposed new arena fell through, and after 9 years...
Meet George Henderson. He's the one with less hair than the rest of his friends. George is 30 years old, a school teacher at Buchser High in Santa Clara. He teaches electronics and woodshop. At night, you can always find him with a Heath kit assembling the home version of the Hindenburg, right? Wrong. This might be the real George Henderson, alias Crazy George. Cheerleader, have tambourine, will travel from the Seals to the Earthquakes to the San Jose State Spartans. The fans not only love his act, they obey his crazy demands.
You gotta race your head. Don't forget that. Okay, on 3, 1, 2, 3. That was good for such a home. That was good. Now, wait a minute.
Why do you cheer for the Seals?
Because they're great. They're great. I love the Seals. They're a good team. Nobody believes it yet, but it's the most exciting game. You can't believe when you get out there on the ice. Come and see it, and you'll believe it.
Why hockey? What's so special about hockey?
All right, I love contact, and they smash each other, and it's fast, and you can get right down and you can see everything. Every seat in the house is good because you're right on top of the action. You can see every player. You know the players. It's just really exciting. I say so. Shut up. You big turkey. You big turkey. Kill. Oh. You big idiot. That's it. Those idiots out there. They're filming.
Crazy George is the definitive superfan. He doesn't have to answer criticisms about being a homer. That's his purpose in life. So he taunts the refs and the opposing players. He's even had a near-high sticking contest with the Boston Bruins.
I mean, they attacked me last time they were here. The team? Yeah, 10 of them came in the stands last year after me. I got to see my scar. Look at the scar. See that? Right there? Look at that. It's from the Boston Bruins. All right, thanks. My gosh.
But George goes on, scar and all, dishing it out, growing hoarse with each offsides penalty called against the Seals, doing everything a kid would love to do. Or maybe a lot of grown-ups, too.
That cheer goes. Kill, that's what you do. Come on. Oh, you big turkey! You dingaling! All right, we're okay. Let's get a kill. Kill yell.
We can come back. Come on now. Hit that net. Keep going. Just play defense. Let them forward. Put it in there for them. Oh, yeah. That's all right. When Wayne threw that puck in, you should have come off now. Take the guy first, and you'll get the puck. We'll get it back. One more. We're right back in the game. Too proud to ice it. Way to go, Bobby. Keep throwing it at the net. Let's get one. Somebody get us started. That's all we need. Wayne, let's go. Let's go, Bert. Right, get him off, get off. Stay with that puck now. Stay with it. Back, Bobby, back. You got him, Bobby. Oh, Dickey, come on, heads up.
The Oakland Coliseum. The California Golden Seals meet the red-clad Western Division champion Blackhawks. It was a frustrating first 5 minutes for Coach Vic Stasiuk and his Seals.
Oh, gosh almighty. Hey!
They dominated play, but just couldn't score.
You guys get one. Come on. Dang it, get going. Get that off. Get that off. Get him off. Come on, let's stay with that puck now. Let's keep...
At 5:30, Chicago's Chico Mackey moved in on the right with Bobby Hull at the net. That tip in by Hull evoked this response from Stasiuk.
Come on!
Goalie Malage carried things further on the ice, claiming Hull was illegally in the crease. Despite the protest, the goal was allowed.
Wake up, referee!
There was no argument put up 5 minutes later. Robert Marvin did it again. After one period of play, the Seals were down 2-0.
Now, as bad as things get, and there's going to be a lot of times like that, I don't want anybody using the ref or the linesman as a crutch. Let's keep playing. Let's keep playing. We need a goal to get back in. And 2 or 3 guys looking at the clock when there's still time to play. Keep playing, that's all, and don't use the linesman, the referee, whatever, whoever it is for an excuse. Just keep playing now. Come on, gang. Just get over it a little more and direct it. Joey, that one time you went across, blind, you know, keep it ahead. Watch Martin and Mackey and those guys. They keep throwing ahead, and the worst thing that can happen, the forward skates into it and gets a good chance, or it's behind them and deep. Go ahead with that puck now. Makes it rough for them.
For the one time that they call it, they'll let 10 go or more, 20 go. So you just have to use the big butt end or use your dang straight arm and give him a shot, because he can't call a penalty on you if you're in your crease. And more than likely, if you draw the attention, the referee's attention by doing something like that, you'll get the penalty.
The second period opened with Bobby Hull and the Hawks continuing their first period pressure on goalie Malage. It took just 41 seconds for the Golden Jet to do it again. The 28th hat trick of a brilliant career. And it was 3-0 Hawks.
Let's go get a few ourselves here. Come on now, gang. Fire it.
Gary Pinder got the centering pass from Bobby Sheehan.
That's what we needed. Now keep hitting that net. Come on now. Now let's go ahead with that puck a little more now. Keep going ahead when you can. Keep going ahead when you can.
As California exerted more pressure, the tempers flared, and things came to a head when Chicago's Keith Magnuson and Seal center Ivan Boldarev exchanged pleasantries. Most of the partisan crowd had Boldarev ahead on points when the action concluded. Unfortunately for them, that was the only lead the Seals enjoyed. It was 3-1 after 2 periods of play.
Look, the few times we're getting in trouble is when we don't go ahead and deep with it there. Gina Stapleton's not that young, and Big Korav's not that fast, and Jarrett turning and going back and get it. When you throw it ahead, it gets the winger, your guy that's you're giving it to, room to move, keeps him flying, and puts him in trouble if it's a misplay. So keep going ahead with it. They do it. In that first period, Martin, Makita, they go deep and ahead, deep and ahead. Unless it's cold turkey right to the guy's stick, no one in between. I mean, everybody has to know that it's going ahead, otherwise you're in doubt. On the face-offs, any face-offs in there, maybe that second guy can get in on the guy on the inside, and the defense move up a little bit. He'll be the short guy, and the other defense pull back a little bit. You might as well gamble. There's nothing to lose now. Ice the thing! Oh, there you are, you see? Don't be afraid to ice it. We're hemmed in there. 2 pounds to ice it. Come on, you guys. Come on, Fred.
At 6:23 of the third period, a clearing pass bounced off an official's skate. The puck was taken by Dennis Hull, who passed to Papin, who had Stan Makita in front of the net. The Hawks had a 4-1 lead, and that's how it ended.
Well, I mean, I'm not supposed to say anything about the refereeing, but the first call was so obvious.
It seemed like we had the momentum up until that point.
Right. It took it out of us a little bit, and the referee didn't have the sharpness or ability to call it. You said gut.
In our practice sessions, I strive to get a top, consistent effort from the individual, an enthusiastic drive, desire by each individual to go past their point of execution or trying. This is difficult to do, the characters of each player being different.
I wouldn't be a goalie for all the race in China.
Some players just naturally do it. Other players have to be goaded into it.
Let's work at this to make it go here. A couple shifts apiece.
This is what I try to do, is get a 110% effort on all the drills.
Haul it. Hey, come on, Dick, haul it. You guys got to get right up in their hip pocket here if they're checking up there. Come on.
And there's many variations and drills that a coach can put together for an hour and a half, a 2-hour session. But I think mainly you strive to watch the response, the effort to do this, and you know that if you do get it by the majority, the game will look after itself. The winning and losing will look after itself.
Hold it. That's what the opposition want you to do, throw it back in the corner. If I was killing a penalty, that's what I'd want you. You got a shot for that. Shoot the puck at the net, Dick. You're right there. You couldn't get a better spot. No one. Matter of fact, it was wide open, hey?
There's nobody anywhere near Dick. We're just giving up the puck again.
Anywhere near where?
Well, all he's doing is shooting from the point on the goalie can see it. There's nobody there to...
All right, my suggestion is as soon as the point man gets the puck, somebody's got to get there, and he's shooting the puck, and we'll get some goals. Shoot the puck at the net when you can. And somebody be there. One of you guys got to be there.
My temperament has got me in trouble. I got fired in Philadelphia because of an impatience with a few veteran players that just showed a disregard for the way hockey should be attacked, should be played or practiced, and I felt it was a laziness. And I think when fans are paying $5, $6, and up to $12 in playoffs for a ticket, they're entitled to the very, very best that you can give them. And when I see an attitude that isn't an all-out effort, then they've lost respect for the game, and I get impatient.
Not live dangerously. Why take a chance throwing it through the guy? You know why? You want to be fancy. When you got the boards to play it off and do the same thing. Quit being fancy. Let's do the job.
The California Golden Seals had every reason to be a disgusted group, for after one period of play, they trailed the defending NHL champion Montreal Canadiens 2-0.
I don't want to delve on the spilt milk there, but here a while ago, Dickie got wrapped. I think it was in Philly, you know, close to the blue line and fiddling around. Vad, we learn by each other's mistakes, so this is where you pay attention all the time, the practice and the games, and when you're just along that blue line and you're the last guy, it's out, it's out. Otherwise, that's what happens. It gets in your end, and when it's in your end, it's dangerous, and we're not scared enough. So let's learn by each other's mistakes here. That's what happens. We're behind the 8 ball, and we got to get one back to get started here. Come on, let's get one and get back in there.
And it took the Seals but 32 seconds to do just that. Taking the opening face-off of the second period, they drove in on Montreal goalie Ken Dryden, who made a stick save on Stan Gilbertson. Walt McKechnie got the rebound. It was 2-1. McKechnie's 5th goal of the season seemed to supply the Seals with the motivation they needed. For seconds later, Bobby Sheehan's pass to Boldarev nearly added another one.
Come on, Bobby, give it a shot there. Get him, get him, get him.
And at 12-13, ex-Hawk Paul Smear's slap shot was tipped in by Stan Gilbertson. And it was tied at 2.
Way to go, Paul. We're going well, going well.
But not for long. For at 17:38, Claude LaRose pushed through the loose puck. The Flying Frenchman had regained the lead. It was 3-2.
Lost a period, won a period. Let's win this one now. And we gain ground. Philly lost. Pittsburgh tied now in Boston. They got 25 points, so let's gain a point here with a tie or a win. Come on now. We had the period because we kept dumping it out. Don't go back with it. Rather than go back, you're out near that blue line, dump it out. And get it deep now. J.C., LePerrier now, Harper. This is the tail end of their trip. Their 3rd game now. We should be fresher this period. Walt line start. Walt, Stanley, Fergie. Ready? Come on, Jill. Hold him here now, Jill. We'll get him. Let's go, Tommy. Let's get one. Come on, Tommy. Put your nose to it now. Come on, get one, Wayne. Slide it, slide it. Cock it and get it ready and slide it.
Come on, Wayne. Come on, Walt. Come on, there's one thing. Come on, Walt.
Hit that net, Dick. Keep hitting that net, Paul. Come on, Bobby. You got one in your stick there. Get it in deep. Get it in deep now. Get it in deep.
Wayne Carlton from the point. At 1:26 of the 3rd period, the game was tied at 3.
Way to go, Wayne. Ivan.
For Vic Stacia, the next 18 minutes and 34 seconds seemed like it would never end.
Come on, short and sweet. Let's go. Come on. That's the way to hustle him. Get him. Oh, watch it.
To gain a win against the fast-skating Canadiens would have been quite an achievement, but the Seals had been down by 2 after the first period of play.
That's it. Be tough. Be tough. That's it. Get it up. Get it up. Hey?
There's too many men on the ice and they never started.
Hey, how about too many men on the ice? Can't you count, you guys?
A 3-3 tie would be no disappointment at all. But to get it, they would have to stop Tremblay, LaPerriere, Cournoyer, Mahavlich, and Lemaire.
Back, back, back! Hit him! Down! Back, back, back! Kick it, ball! Push down, guys, push down.
4 minutes left, and the Seals' defense excelled.
Know who you got? Fergie! Left side! Ernie! Hey, back, back, Ivan! You got him, Ivan! Walk out! Marshall! Come on, half a minute, a good minute.
2 minutes to go. Malash again outstanding in the California nets.
Wayne, Ernie, if you're the second guy going in, you better not get caught. You got the puck. Oh, bad. Short guy and a long guy. One guy's back for sure. Right there, if you're centering it out, make sure. If you're centering it out, make sure. Wayne. Hey, sit down. Wait.
If the Seals could hold on for seconds more, a big come-from-behind 3-3 tie is theirs, and another point is added in the standings.
Good point, gang. Good point. Good point. Right. Way to go, Dick. Hell of a game. Way to go.
Coach Vic Stacia, in his first year with a club that had finished last the previous season, had brought them a long way back.
Way to come back, Bad. Way to go. Way to go, Jill. That's the way to go, baby. Way to work, Joey.
Gets it in the corner to Eamon. Here's Robert's shot. Goal! It's 3-2 Seals.
Bobby gives it back to Gary. Gary has Merrick trailing. Hits him! Merrick shoots! He scores! Oh, what a bonanza! Merrick gets the game-breaking goal to give the Seals the lead.
For 9 primarily disappointing seasons beginning in 1967, the California Golden Seals skated the ice of the Oakland Coliseum as one of the NHL's original 6 expansion teams.
Come on, let's get one and get back in there.
During the club's short history, they changed uniforms almost as often as they did owners, and about the only legacy they left behind were their famous white skates, a publicity stunt dreamed up by Charles O'Finley, who felt that since his Oakland A's baseball club wore white shoes, so should his hockey team. A poor winning record, though, led to poor attendance, and in 1976, the Seals moved to Cleveland, and soon afterwards, they were merged with the Minnesota North Stars. All that remained were a few memories and mementos. For the die-hard Seals fans, there was nothing left to cheer for. February 1986, 31 members of the California Golden Seals Booster Club arrive in Edmonton, Alberta. And why have they come? To see NHL hockey, of course.
Oh, it feels wonderful, especially if we see the good team winning. That's all we want, the better team winning. We always had a very good team, but we never won.
Now, some people might wonder why a booster club still exists for a team that hasn't existed for 10 years. The answer is a little complicated. first, you have to understand what it was like to be a hockey fan in Northern California.
You were part of an oppressed minority. The Raiders were big down there, and Raiders had a lot of fans, and hockey was an oddball thing that those people from the frozen Northland did, and nobody really kind of understood why we went to watch hockey games.
But watch they did, and although the highest average attendance reached only 6,900 per game, the fans were loyal, supporting the team through awards dinners and other functions. Their reaction when the club left was understandable.
We were devastated. You know, what are we going to do? We've got 40 free nights a year now. You know, no more team. Press coverage was always bad in the Bay Area, and when a team left, you almost lost hope of even getting box scores in the papers and keeping touch.
Rather than pack it in, though, the Booster Club decided to carry on.
It's more like family than it is like Booster Club. We've got about 135 members, and you know, we all kind of take care of each other and gather together to hear the latest story and kind of keep the tradition alive.
They still have meetings every month, and the members go on trips. They have parties, and they talk hockey. This deep-seated loyalty doesn't surprise former Seals goaltender Gilles Meloche, who now minds the nets for the Pittsburgh Penguins. The news that the Booster Club still existed came as no shock to him.
Well, I've heard about it, but they were a die-hard fan. You know, it's too bad we had a bad team there. I enjoyed my stay there, nice people, but I'd rather be where I am now.
Here's Hodge over the line with Cashman 2-on-1. Hodge deflects it home off the defenseman for the score.
There have been many reasons given why NHL hockey didn't go over in the Bay Area. The fans themselves have a variety of opinions on the subject.
I think because there's no frozen little ponds around for the kids to grow up skating in.
We always ended up with bad ownership, I mean, all the way through.
I think Californians are very fickle. They support a winner and not a loser, and the hockey team was never that good.
February 16th, the Seals Booster Club arrives at Northlands Coliseum in Edmonton to watch the Oilers take on the Buffalo Sabres. And as they pass through the turnstiles, their jackets draw some stares from the local fans.
They look, you know, and then they say, from the Bay Area, are you up here for a hockey game? That's what one lady said. And yes, we are. We love our hockey. We miss our hockey in the Bay Area.
The Seals Booster Club attended 2 games while in Edmonton. Some of the members hadn't seen NHL hockey for 10 years.
It's kind of like riding a bicycle. It takes you a couple minutes to kind of get back in the hang of watching the game live, but it's super once it starts.
And did they detect any differences between Edmonton crowds and those at the Oakland Coliseum?
Quite a difference, maybe about 12,000 fans more.
It's much quieter here. Yeah, the fans are much quieter. We tore down the roof with half as many people, or a quarter as many people.
The members of the Seals Booster Club enjoyed their time in Edmonton. They saw some hockey action, they went shopping, and they socialized. They drew a few stares, but no more than they did back when the Seals were still in existence. Dick Pentagius describes a typical fan back in those days.
They were crazy. We supported the team loyally. We traveled a lot with the team. You know, we were always on the verge of hitting the big time, and never quite did. And then the team left.
And Boldarev, 1-1 the score. Boldarev shifts by Green, is in and scores!
The hockey team may be gone, but for the California Golden Seals fans, the cheering continues.
Cashman to Bobby Orr. Orr going around Vadnais, swings the net, drops it in front, it's loose, and Smith dives on the loose puck to tie it up. It's still in play. Where is it? A jam up in front of the Oakland net, and now we've got a battle royal going with Carol Vadnais and Ace Bailey right in front of the Oakland net. Quickly out to Howell, keeps it in the zone as it stopped right on the line. Hickey behind the net, out front, shot to goal, it's all right out. Ted Hampson jammed it by Chambers, and the Seals have come back for a second time to tie. Time of the goal comes at 1 minute and 5 seconds. That's Rick Smith. Intercepted by Lawton. Gets it in the corner to Wayman. Here's Robert's shot. Goes! 3-2 Seals. And there's a situation where the Bruins failed to clear from their own zone and it cost them. On for the Bruins, the Busick-Stanfield-McKenzie line. Is Jarrett shooting. Stopped at the post by Cheevers. Cheevers behind his net. Around the boards for McKenzie. Here's Malone's shot. It's way wide of the net. Busick back on the loose puck. Busick winds up. Out to McKenzie. Back to center. Stanfield to Busick. Busick's tramping. Going in on Smith. Shoots. Stopped by Smith. A shot to go. McKenzie. It's all tied up. McKenzie knocking in Busick's rebound. To Bobby Orr. Orr going around Vadnais. Swings the net. Drops it in front. It's loose. And Smith dives on the loose puck to tie it up. It's still in play. Where is it? A jam up in front of the Oakland net. And now we've got a battle royal going with Carol Vadnais and Ace Bailey right in front of the Oakland net. Quickly, out to Howell. Keeps it in the zone as it stopped right on the line. Hickey behind the net. Out front. Shot to goal. It's all tied up. Ted Hampton jammed it by Chambers. And the Seals have come back for a second time to tie. Time of the goal comes at 1 minute and 5 seconds. That's Rick Smith. Intercepted by Lawton. Gets it in the corner to Eamon. Here's Robert's shot. Goes! 3-2 Seals. And there's a situation where the Bruins failed to clear from their own zone, and it cost them. On for the Bruins, the Busick-Stanfield-McKenzie line. Is Jarrett shooting. Stopped at the post by Cheevers. Cheevers behind his net. Around the boards for McKenzie. Here's Malone's shot. It's way wide of the net. Busick back on the loose puck. Busick winds up. Out to McKenzie. Back to center. Stanfield to Busick. Busick's tramping. Going in on Smith. Shoots. Stopped by Smith. A shot to go. McKenzie. It's all tied up. McKenzie knocking in Busick's rebound.
Up the slot, winding his left shot. It was wide to the right side. His stick was checked just as he started that forward. And what a collision. Here is Vadnais. Vadnais really pounding on that far side. Keith Magnuson and Vadnais both collided. And as you saw, Vadnais got rid of that right glove. And while Magnuson was flat on his back, Vadnais got in a couple of real good solid shots. It did not appear as if Magnuson had a chance to get away anything at all because of the fact that he was on his back and was pretty well pinned by number 5, Carol Vadnais. And the officials having a bit of a tussle, trying to get those two fellas separated. Magnuson back up on his skates, Vadnais back up on his. Face-off will take place to the left of Tony Esposito. And Vadnais and Magnuson have been having a little battle of words right off that face-off circle. And they're still having a little bit of it. Each one trying to needle the other. And they're going to send them off the ice again. And Magnuson and Vadnais again. Magnuson avoids a right. Now the officials are in on it. Now Magnuson wants to get to Vadnais and still cannot do it. So there is no love lost between Carol Vadnais and Keith Magnuson. There was nothing landed that time. There wasn't too much of an opportunity. But I'll tell you, Lou, you've got to admire those linesmen. Boy, they get right in the middle of those flying
Yes, indeed. They've done a great job here in separating these two. Now, there is one thing about this hockey game. We've got another period and almost a half to play. And if these two fellas get into it again out there, I would say leave them go. Let them go. I'm up here.
Coming at 1:34. And Magnuson and Vadnais are back on the ice together at the same time, and they're still fighting for position right in front of that crease. And Vadnais just gave Magnuson a solid elbow, and they're letting him go. They're letting him go. A right hand by Magnuson, another right. A right hand by Vadnais, a right hand by Magnuson, and he puts Vadnais down. Another right, another right. And finally the players pile up. And Vadnais and Magnuson are now being separated. Makita's got his glove on the ice. And say that Mr. Magnuson got in some real solid ones, and boy, did Lou Boudreau call that one.
I call that one. That's the only way to settle this, is to let them go, and once they hit the ice, then the officials stopped it. Now I would say that both men have gotten it out of their system, and they should be put out of this game, to be honest with you. They've got it out of their system. Let me make a comment on this penalty by Papin. The Blackhawks have a 2-goal lead. We cannot afford to give the Seals the power play hockey advantage now with a 2-goal lead. We've got to keep our cool and remember to protect that lead and to go back and check and help Esposito from here on out.
Well, we'll see how severe Lloyd Gilmore will get now with these two fellas who have been at it.
Vadnais played in the NHL for 17 seasons, first in the Montreal organization with its tradition, then California and its white skates. It was playing for the Seals he proved to be one of hockey's best rushing defensemen. Too good, in fact, for California, he was traded to Boston in time to help the Bruins win their second Stanley Cup in 3 years. In 1975, Vadnais was part of one of hockey's most famous trades. He and Phil Esposito dealt to New York for Brad Park, Jean Rattel, and Joe Zanuzzi. He played 7 seasons for the Broadway Blue Shirts before finishing his career across the river with the fledgling Devils.
Well, a power play goal by the California Golden Seals, partially screened. Eddie Johnson having no chance on it whatsoever. Here it comes through about 3 or 4 players right there, past Bobby, and there's a California player. May have tipped it on the way in. I think he did. That winger cutting across in front tipped it in, and it went right between Eddie Johnston's legs, and it's 1-0 for the Seals.
Hodge up on the right wing, doesn't connect, and Marshall. Pass stopped by Rick Smith, who breaks with Cashman. Here's a threat. Cashman drives. Miller saves as it rolls off him to the crease.
Here's a great drive by Cashman. Quite far out, but it's right along the ice, maybe a couple of inches off. And Malash very quick with that right pad. There's a great stop. Almost went over the top of his pad into the net, but he dove back and grabbed it.
Esposito, McKenzie, back for Stanfield, shoots, save, Malash, he can't get the rebound, and it rolls now for Boldereff, who clears it out. For the Seals and Westfall steals, the Sanderson, 5 seconds left. Redmond a beat, he is almost in for a shot and a save by Malash. Oh, what a rush by Derek Sanderson. And he stunned Malash with a great bid. Green with it. And this breaks by Schmier, and here's Hodge over the line with Cashman, 2-on-1. Hodge deflects it home off the defenseman for the score.
Oh, here's a great break for the Bruins and Ken Hodge. He was trying to pass it over to Cashman and hit the skate of the California defenseman right there, changed directions. Malash is coming over, you see, to pick up Cashman. And when he does, he sort of gets tied in, can't move. He gets mesmerized by that puck, and it went between his legs.
Crisscrossing. Checked on the play by Marshall. And Boldereff. 1-1 the score. Boldereff shifts by Green, is in and scores!
Oh, Bolderev, a former Bruin. Watch this beautiful shift. Cutting in the inside. That's a tough move for a forward, coming in through the center. And a great shot. He beat Eddie Johnston to the far side, about glove high. Great play by Bolderev to put California out in front 2-1.
Over the line again with a challenge, and Vadnais keeps it in. He can stick handle. He's broken up. A break. Walton and Sanderson, 2-on-1 for the moment. Walton going, holding, flips. Sanderson missed the net with Malash going down. Walton made a nice play, and Sanderson's shot went over the net. Stanfield forechecking. Off for Sheehan, hit by McKenzie. They battle. And start to wrestle. And a penalty coming up, and there they go. Bobby Sheehan and John McKenzie. Oh, boy. A real crushing. John McKenzie and Bobby Sheehan.
Boston at California.
Now to Orr. A shot. Save Meloche. Score, Wayne Cashman.
Well, here's Cashman moving in alertly on this rebound. It's good hard work by Walton, who gets this loose puck, moves in. Looks like Meloche makes a very fine save with that left pad. Comes back to Orr at the point, moves in, and then Cashman picks up the rebound and just blasts it right here, uncovered, over his shoulder and into the top corner.
Meloche, here it is. Watch Stanfield, you watch it. Stanfield made his play, went for the upper corner to the left of Meloche on a quick wrist shot from 20 feet, and Meloche made the save. And Stanfield starts it back. Now to Bobby Orr. For Stanfield, in again. Here he is in alone. Score! Red Stanfield.
Oh, a great lead pass by Bobby Orr. There's Stanfield breaking on the left side. Almost took from behind by Rick Smith. Gets a good shot away. Far corner. And he just beat Meloche cleanly.
Westfall rebound. Checked in the play by Schmier. Still battles. To Orr. Shot. Score!
Well, Bobby Orr's had some great drives from the point, but without much success. But here's one that really took off. Looked like it went in the short side between Meloche's left pad and the goalpost, just off the ice. Bailey screening him partially. But Orr with a wicked drive, and can he shoot that puck from the point?
Red Stanfield from Orr, and it's 6-5. Why would he get that puck?
Oh, another one of those perfect Orr passes. Just over the blue line, onside, Stanfield, beautiful play. Now watch him make this fake on Meloche. Head down, here it comes right here. Little fake, and then draw it across and tuck it in on past that left skate. Beautiful play by Freddie Stanfield.
Dallas Smith right back. Check. Trailing Esposito. Westfall, maybe right in. To it. Esposito, he
Well, here's Phil Esposito's first point of the night. Good passing between he and Eddie Westfall. Watch him pick this little flip pass by Westfall out of the air and bat it in behind Meloche to tie the game at unbelievable 6-6. There it is, midair. And he just tucked it into that corner back of the California goaltender, and Esposito gets the goal, Westfall the assist.
Dallas Smith breaks it out. Good rush coming with Esposito. Looking for him. Past Esposito. Quick shot. Wide. Oh, great. Quick shot by Esposito. Right back. Score. Bill Esposito. Deflects it home. The Bruins lead.
Well, there's a good play by Dallas Smith. This puck just goes by the far corner on a good shot by Esposito. Here's Cashman with some good hard work. He shoots one at Meloche. Now, whether Esposito touched it on the way in, hard to tell. Here's Esposito moving in through the center. Here's the shot. You be the judge. Looked like it went right between his legs.
It up. Ahead for Westfall, trying to move it out. And he gets it out to center ice. Sanderson. Empty net. Coming up, one man back. Redmond. Sanderson shoots. Score! on the empty net to make it 8-6.
Well, here with the goaltender out, Sanderson breaks away with Redmond back, and he gets his own rebound after the first shot. Redmond made the stop. That's Leach hooking him from behind. Here's the save by Redmond, and then Sanderson picks it right out of the air, and it rolls over the goal line, and the Bruins lead 8-6.